So how did Joburg treat you? Do you feel like it's a place of opportunity? Were there any concerns, or you just got there and you got here and it was smooth sailing?
For me, I will say it was smooth sailing
Mm-hmm.
because I have a family. But if you are someone who comes from rural areas,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things that I struggled the most with was English.
Oh, okay.
I was exposed to only one language,
Mm-hmm.
which is Zulu. And then when you come to Joburg, you meet like different people from different homes, and
Sure.
also culture and the tribe, like
Mm-hmm.
it's different tribes here. So that was the only thing I
Mm-hmm.
struggled with. But other than that, I
It
think
was
it was
smooth
fine.
sailing.
Yes, and then I think in terms of opportunities, Joburg is very good.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very good. As parents, as we are growing, I think we need to like start investing, buying homes for our kids, so that when they come this side,
Yes.
yeah, then
They catered for.
they catered for. They will have a home.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think Joburg is a very good place to actually start a career and
Mm-hmm.
also to finish it. I
Okay.
don't see myself going back to KZN. I'm happy here. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
And
yeah,
in the
yeah.
first place, you didn't want to come here, but
And I
now
didn't, yeah,
you're
like I
happy.
always say, I'm happy that God,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like he actually aligned me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy where I am. I am really happy because, like, I think I achieved a lot of things this side, of
Okay.
which I don't think I was going to achieve in Devon,
Yes,
where I
I
wanted to
really
go.
love
Yeah.
that for you. And like I think from socials, I've seen you grow, I've seen you buy a new car, I've seen you children, I've seen you get married, I've seen you change jobs. Like you've just been growing from one level of
Yeah.
glory to another.
Yeah.
And then let's go into a diploma in accountancy and also maybe just accounting, not into detail. But what are the requirements? Somebody at home, maybe they don't qualify for actual accounting, a diploma. What do you have to do? What are the requirements?
The requirements back then, but I don't think they've changed.
Okay.
If you have pure maths, I think it's 40.
Yes.
And then if you have maths lit, I think it's 50. Not I
Okay.
think, yes, it's 50.
Yes.
Maths lit. And then you need accounting at least level, is it level C? I think it's 60 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, 60 or 50 somewhere, but you need to pass those two. And
Okay.
then your languages.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, and
basically
then
your
the points,
languages,
yeah.
your accounting, and your math.
Yes, you
Okay.
need maths or medlets,
Okay.
definitely. If you don't have those two,
It's not gonna
it's
work.
not gonna work. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think the points there were 25.
25
Yeah,
SP points.
yeah,
Okay.
yes.
All right. No, that's great. Would you say it's easy securing a job with a diploma in accountancy? How did you find that? How did you have to navigate that?
For me, I will say it was easy and quick.
Okay, okay. Give us the secret because you're the first person to sit there and say it was easy to get a job in South Africa. Are you related to the president?
No. No, I
Jokes, but
think it's
yeah.
also hard work, Yvonne, and also like grabbing anything that you take, because if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would be permanent today.
Oh, yeah.
Reason I'm saying that is that I got my first job at Standard Bank. It was a learnership.
Okay.
It was not related to accounting.
Okay.
But I was like, you know what? Let me give it a
bank.
shot, because it's a bank and I've been wanting to work in a bank.
Yes.
So it's like, no, let me go. So they were doing travel risk, monitoring the travelers for Standard Bank. I think I did that for about 6 months.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm fine with this.
It's not
and
going
then
to
I
work.
went to my manager. I was like, no, please connect me with people with finance so that I can have experience as well. Then that's when they moved me to a finance department. I stayed with them for, I think, for 6 months as well. And then from then the contract ended, and then I stayed at home.
Okay, wait. Before we talk about you staying at home, right? You work for the bank. You are in this risk travel department and all of that. Nothing related to what you were studying.
Yes.
Then you push yourself to go speak to your manager to actually say, hey, can I rotate in a finance department? Is it possible that you speak to the finance people on my behalf? What pushed you, and wasn't that scary? Because I mean, I feel like
yeah, it was very
at work
scary.
it's really scary having to go to a person and say, hey, no, I'm not happy here. So how did you navigate
the approach.
that?
Yeah.
Yes, the approach.
No, basically I didn't say I'm not happy. I didn't say, like, I wasn't gonna say that it was gonna be
Yeah.
somehow, but like what I did was I was like, I need something, like I need an exposure.
Sure.
Yeah, it was just a request, if possible, and then I'll still do the work. So I
Sure.
had to like push myself to try and double
You
the
were
work.
even volunteering to do both
Exactly.
risk and
Yes,
finance. That's
yes,
how
that's
driven you
exactly,
are.
yes, that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
So yeah, then they gave me the chance and I took it, and yes, I did both jobs in
Okay.
one time. Yeah.
Really, that's very
Yeah.
nice, and it shows that hard work does pay off. But also, I think it's really inspiring or empowering to know that there are managers that are actually willing to push you
Exact.
ahead. Because
Yes.
also, it's not every manager who's willing to see your potential and say try other new things,
Yes.
or try things that you are actually good at. So I'm really so proud of you, and happy that you took that leap, right? But also, to a person that wants to rotate at work or wants to approach their manager in the same regard, how would you recommend the approach to be, like via email or just, "Cela khuluma nawe, 2 minutes"? How did you go about it? Like, how did the conversation go?
No, you set a meeting, because the managers are people are always busy,
Sure.
and yeah, you need to be a bit professional. So there's something that we used to call one-on-one.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I requested the one-on-one with my manager, and then we sat and then we spoke.
Okay.
Yeah, but then we normally have like one-on-ones in like once a month, every
Okay.
month. Yeah, so they check your progress, and then they check if you're still happy. So that when you can just like push your point and say, no, yes, I'm happy, but this is what I would love to have if possible. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what definitely what you can set up a meeting, you sit down with the manager. I don't think an email is professional for someone you always work with, who'll be like,
Yes.
why didn't you approach me,
Yes.
other than just, so you can just check the calendar and see if your manager is free, and then maybe you can ask or speak to him or her before the meeting. Yeah, then you
Okay.
can set up a meeting.
Okay, so that's good. So basically, I think it's very important that in the workplace, you put yourself forward, because
Exactly.
if you didn't go and speak to your manager, who knows? Maybe Ngabe you stayed in that position for years and years and you wouldn't have been able to explore your
And
dreams.
be happy. Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you're at home looking to change, this is your sign. Go speak to your manager. You never know. Maybe they want to push you ahead. They're just waiting for you to say the word. Okay, that internship comes to an end. What happens in your mind?
Yeah, I was stressed.
Okay.
Like I thought of me going back home, sitting and doing nothing.
Sure.
I was very stressed, and me being a breadwinner at home, it really affected me and my finances and everyone at home. And by that time, I did have a baby. I was not married yet, and then I had to think, what am I
Sure.
going to do? In the meantime, I'm still applying. Then I was like, let me just go to the shops. I did door to door because we were approaching the festive season.
Sure.
So I did door to door. I put some CVs there, and then they told me, you were late. You should have came in September. I think it was around November or October. I was like, yo, I need this job just for holidays. And then
Sure.
lucky enough, they hired me at Gems in Binoni. I stayed with my aunt that side, and then I worked, and then I bought my baby clothes, and then I bought my family grocery for Christmas, and then I worked until I think January. Then I stopped. Then I started applying again. And then I applied in Jan. Towards the end of Jan, I got an interview here in Centurion. It was an internship again. I was like, yo, I'm going to do an internship again.
Okay, before we go into your second internship, right? I note that you are a breadwinner. So how were you juggling the money you were getting? Because, okay, as far as I know, I don't know about the one you were doing, but as far as I know, like internships, 3.5, 4.5, 5,000 rand. How did you manage to actually use that amount that is not even that adequate to actually look after your family, look after yourself as well?
It wasn't easy. You have to compromise lifestyle.
Okay.
It's something that I've been compromising ever since, because I'm still, I'm still growing. I'm not yet there where I would say, you know what, now I'm just going for anything that I want.
Sure.
So you need to compromise. for example, food, you know, you're buying basics. And then once you've paid rent, let me say maybe rent is 900 or 1,000, maybe you're earning about 4,000. And then you're going to send home, I think, about 1.5 or 1,000. And then you have maybe another 1,000 for transport. Then you see that you are sorted.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you just looked at needs only,
Needs
no
only,
luxuries.
nothing. No
Okay.
lunch, no takeaways, no nothing. Even clothes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
even
a
clothes.
lot.
So like you compromise. I compromised a lot for
Okay.
me to survive in my family. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good, and I'm really so proud and humbled and inspired to know that you put your family before anything else.
Yeah, no, I do.
Okay.
I do before myself. Yeah.
So now you get this internship. This is the year 2020 or the year
Yes, 2020.
Okay.
Then 2020, I gave this internship, it was very hard.
Okay.
Because I was still residing in Soweto. And then here comes an opportunity in Centurion.
Okay.
Now I'm thinking I have nothing. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I need to relocate. I need to start a new life because like when I did the calculations of the transport, it was close to 2.5.
And it
I
didn't
was
make
like,
sense.
no, I'm not going to afford this with the 4,000 that I'm earning. Rather, let me just relocate. Then I relocated. I came to Centurion. I started working in February 2020. I think I worked for about 2 weeks and then I proved myself to the manager. And then we're like, Spare, here's a post.
Wow. So within 2 weeks, you were able to show that you mean business and you got promoted.
Yeah, I kept the ground running.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kept the ground running. They didn't have to like train me that much.
Really?
Because yes, I already had an exposure.
Background experience.
Yes. So it was just the kind of like a handover.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is what you're going to be doing, and then so the intro, and then COVID kicked in.
COVID-19.
Right after applying for that
Getting
permanent
the permanent post.
Yes.
Okay.
It was applying.
Oh, okay.
It was
so,
not yet promised.
They proposed to say, hey, there's a permanent post you can apply
Yes,
for since you're good at your work.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Then COVID, then we were like, interns, they must all go home. We'll call you guys. I was like,
Yo, what's going to happen
again.
now?
What's going to happen? When is this COVID going to end? I was sitting at home and thinking every day, what am I going to do?
Sure.
And then when they opened for that 7 days, I remember it was in May. I called my manager. I was like, you know what? I want to come back. And she said, no, Spare, you can't come back. There are no resources. We don't have any laptops for us to work. I was like, no, I do have a laptop that I was using when I was still at the university. And then she was like, no, you can come back. Then I came back, and then she started offering me some work. Then I learned to work remotely, and then that's how. And then June, I got an invite for an interview. I was like, was I going to get this? I was still at home. And then I got an invite. I went for an interview. They interviewed me, and then they hired me in July. I started being permanent as a finance officer in July.
Okay. Like I love what you did there where you said, okay, I understand that there are no resources, but here's what I have.
Exactly.
It took a lot of being selfless, and it took thinking out of the box, what many people don't want to do or sacrifice. Because many people are thinking, my computer company and all of that, what if it breaks? But you didn't care for that. What was the driving force for you to say, you know what, I need to be different from other interns?
Yeah, I wanted to be permanent.
Okay.
I wanted like something that I will say, you know what, now, finally
you can settle down.
Yes, I can settle down. I wanted to be settled, and actually, like, I wanted the title, man. I wanted that because now I was thinking, you know what, I will come back home and then they will say, specifically, here's a new finance officer, while I was busy sitting there. So I didn't want to be comfortable. Yes, it was holidays. Imagine I was even getting my money for not doing anything.
Yes.
But I was like, I don't want to stay in this comfortability. I need to think about the future. What about my career? What's going to happen after this? So I had to think ahead.
No, I really love what you did there. It shows that you were determined, you had a plan, you knew your why. I guess it's
Yes.
also very important to have a why and make sure that it's your driving force, right? And then what's the worst job you've ever done?
Scrubbing the walls.
Scrubbing the walls.
Yeah.
Where was it? You're a graduate and you're scrubbing walls.
Yes, I was a graduate and I was scrubbing walls, and I was from the bank, from wearing heels to scrubbing walls.
Didn't you feel like what a
I
downgrade?
was always crying, but I had to be strong. It wasn't easy. I was like, why am I here?
Sure.
Like when you pray, I was always praying, fasting, going to the mountain, praying. Like I did everything in my power to make sure that I get something.
Sure.
Like it wasn't easy, that job.
It wasn't make sure.
And that one that we did, I remember you once gave me an opportunity, and I was so broke that time. And then when you called,
Oh
and
yes,
said,
guys, I've always been a plug. I've always been a job plug. If you want jobs, be my friend.
there is something they want people who are going to do stats for people coming in and out of the mall. I was like,
That was very
how?
weird. We're busy
How we
counting.
what is the mission for that? Why do we have to do that?
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? And then I was like, hey, you know what?
Let's
for the
do
sake
it.
of money, hey, let's go and do it.
Like that's actually a very good take me back to memory lane, because when I think about guys, I always say to people, I don't have a career ego. If push comes for push,
Me too.
I will scrub the floor.
Exactly.
Because like you're saying, this job was so mundane. Like we're busy counting how many black people are going in, how many
Colours,
females,
whites, female, age group.
and it was so like, we're like, why are we doing these surveys? But we
And-
got paid well.
Exactly, it was a nice money.
Yeah.
And like you see your youngsters, you see this one is my age, and they are busy pulling those suitcases,
Yes, your Louis
wearing
Vuittons and all of
exact-
these nice things, and you're like, "Ngizofika nini?"
Nini.
No,
Yeah.
that's really it's inspiring looking at where we come from and where we are right now, right?
Yes.
What do you love? Okay, before that, what are the requirements of becoming a finance officer?
Okay, they need a 3 national diploma
Okay.
in accounting, finance accounting, and then they also need a 3 years experience. I don't know how did I get that one.
It's by grace. But also, what I always tell people, don't focus too much on the
On the
years of experience.
experience. Yes.
Sometimes go to the table, go to the interview, and tell the people what you can offer. Tell them what you have. So it's very important. Okay, so that's all.
Yes, that's all.
Okay. What do you love the most about your job?
Hey, at the moment, I would say it wasn't something that I loved. To be honest, it was just an entry level job, and but what I love about my job, what is it that I love?
What makes you go back tomorrow? Like, I mean...
No, my working environment is a very healthy working environment.
Ooh,
A very
really?
you know what? Like, my boss is a darling. Wherever she is, she must know that she's a darling,
awesome.
and I hope she watches.
We really need people like her or him.
No, the only thing that I will say, other than the job itself, but the working environment, Yvonne, it's very important because it's one of the things that will make you want to go to work and not
Yes.
want to go to work.
Yes.
You might be in the job that you love the most, but if the working environment is not healthy, then that job is already out.
Sure.
Yeah. So for me, what drives me every morning is my working environment.
Yes.
But the job itself, I don't think I'm still happy with it because
Okay,
now
you still want to grow and
I'm
elevate.
mastering it. Yeah. So there's nothing more interesting about it anymore. But last year I did speak to the team again. To
One thing about you will speak. It's hard to
no, I
negotiate.
speak. I negotiate.
Sure.
So I did speak with the team to share their skills.
Okay.
In terms of their jobs and so at the moment I'm busy training, and I think I'm also having another interview within the company, hoping to get that interview as a financial analyst.
Ooh,
I
nice.
will be investigating the financial statements for all the medical schemes.
Okay.
Yeah, but they divide the work, they divide the medical. So I hope
I'll also be praying with you
Please
and
pray for
joining
me.
faith with you to say, I hope you
Please pray
get
for
that because
me.
I feel like you're really
Yeah,
deserving.
I need something new. And as you work, you realize like where are you good at. So I've seen that I'm good in detecting fraud, investigating,
You
and
can
I think I'm
investigate.
coming to compliance now. I
Okay.
might be joining you guys.
Okay.
Wallo. Yes. So yeah, I think now I need to move from the accounting, but not really move, but I
But
need
to
to
grow and
combine. Yeah,
elevate
I
and
need to combine.
diversify. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So I need to combine accounting with compliance and investigation.
Okay. What does your day look like as a financial officer? What time do you wake up? What do you do at work?
Yeah. I wake up at 5, then I
Okay.
prepare my baby, I take my baby, and then I go to work. I think I get to work around 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 7 to 3:30. I mean,
You knock off at
4.
3:30.
Yes.
Wow, guys. When I like that's related. Kahle uzuma yena.
No, guys, come on. It's 8 hours work.
We knock off at like I don't have knock off time. According to
How?
my contract, I knock off at 4:30, but there's just always work, and I'm those people that
Can't
I
you
can't.
work from home?
Yes, I work from home. Do you work from the office?
Yes, but not every day.
So when I at 3:30, ziyavar.
Yes, I close my laptop and leave because of traffic sometimes, Don't want to be stuck in the traffic and I still need to go pick the baby and
Okay.
yeah, so but then if you knock off at 3:30, at least when you get home you must open your laptop again.
Okay.
And then you check if there's anything. But if I'm working from home, I can monitor
Okay.
and see.
No, that's nice.
Like,
I think my next job will be a finance officer because I really
no,
want
that
to
would be
knock
a
off.
downgrade.
I want to knock off at office
No,
3.
you just go to being a manager where you just approve only, and then you make decisions, and then you
Okay.
let the people work, do
Okay.
the work. You just
So what do you do at work? Like, what do you guys do? What does your work entail?
Okay, like for the company, as I said, the company it's a regulator
Okay.
for all the medical schemes.
Okay.
And so what I do is I accredit the brokers, those people that are selling the insurance.
Yes,
Yeah.
insurances and
Yes,
all
so
of that.
for them to sell the insurance for medical aid, or for them to like call people, when they call you, we have this special blah blah. Yes. So they need to be registered with us.
Okay.
So I accredit them.
So you need to sort of approve in a way. Okay.
Yes, so they make some payments. I need to allocate their payments under their customer accounts, and also to process all the transactions that are coming into the company. And I also do fixed asset, like checking the assets of the company if they are all still there, they haven't stole anything.
Okay.
And then I also do petty cash, when you I don't know if you know petty cash, but it's the money that is available for emergencies, like for
Yes.
the company. Maybe if you're having a meeting and you're going to need lunch,
Yes.
and then you come and request some petty cash, and then I do that. And then what else do I do? I still come from maternity, so sometimes I forget my duties. But it's a lot, man. Come audit time, we prepare for auditing. We give auditors the papers, like
Financial
everything,
statements,
everything,
documents, and
yes,
etc.
yeah, everything that they're going to need. Yeah, so basically that's what we do. We just but in a catching dog for all the medical schemes. Like if you do anything wrong, we
You catch you
deregister
out.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
deregister you, and
Okay.
then you still need to apply again.
Reapply.
Yes.
Okay. All right. No, that's good. And then what would you say to a person that's at home searching for a job?
You guys apply. I know
Okay.
it's not easy. I used to buy that night data and apply using it. So please, guys, apply. Apply as much as you can and apply for anything, because you never know when is the job going. I mean, when is the door going to open for you,
Okay.
and where. So you need to apply for like anything. Just go for anything that comes your way. Yes.
What would you call the season of your life?
Oh, at the moment, I'm very happy.
So you would call
Like
it happiness.
everything is happiness. Like everything is just coming together personally, work-wise, and everything. Yeah, I'm just happy.
You're in a full cycle moment.
Yes, I'm in a full circle moment. I Ankali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Spesihle, for honoring this invite. I really
Thank you
loved
very
having a
much.
conversation with you. Your
Yes.
journey has been inspiring. Don't stop inspiring other people. And I really appreciate all the time you send me job posts to send to others. It's really so nice.
You know, because I know where we come from, so like we shouldn't be selfish.
Yes, we should always
must
share with other people.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much. To
Thank
everybody at
you.
home, I hope you're inspired, and always remember that you're not alone. You're gracefully anchored. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and you are part of the Graceful family. Happy Employment Wednesdays.